there, there's not. Why is that isn't the lineup?
Welcome all to the third basketball of course. It's all about veterans football, the 2016-2017 competition. Before us, we have the quarterfinals of the Caribbean Alliance main championship. Last weekend was the split. This time is the big guns, the main championship. To just get familiarized with the teams, to my left in blue and white, Lancers Flow FC. Round of applause for them because actually this is the first time they have gotten to this stage of the competition. In the yellow and black outfit, the defending champions, Soufriere. Again, round of applause for them for continuing their good run in this year's tournament. Again, folks, quarterfinals, one team will stay, one team will go. To meet those teams, the CEO of Veterans Sports Inc., Mr. Alvin Malakan, we have the tournament director as well, David Shakes Christopher, we have Mr. Mackerson as well, and of course, your very own MC Donovan. We have Dunga from Mackerson as well. Remember, we have a halftime show where MC Donovan will be wearing his ballet shoes and all his paraphernalia to entertain us. Flow FC Lancers or Lancers Flow FC. Flow Lancers FC versus Super Veterans, defending champions and first timers in the quarterfinals. Soufriere have so much uniform every time they play is a new uniform. So buy an F for man. Took match now buy an F man. That of it. And the boots. F on it. Now I'm going to then say so Soufriere also. Anyhow, folks, I wish both teams are the best. However, there will only be one winner. I don't know who's going to win. Let's see how it all plays out. Keep in mind, we have another game later this evening where we'll see BS-ADC come against last year played champions, the Mavia Valley Legends. But now we're dealing with the defending champions against the first timers in the quarterfinals. Very nervous as usual, William Edward, itching like he got a rash.
And we're off for tonight. Here, me shot. As you can see, two teams here in the quarterfinals, knockout round that is. That's over Soufriere, the defending champs of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup. That of the main championship coming up against the Flow Lancers FC. Soufriere decked in the gold and black, Lancers in the blue and white.
Happy New Year to you, Chinese. It's nice again being at your side, doing the commentary for football. It's always a pleasure, sitting at your side.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ishak. Again, same goes here. And many happy returns to you.
As we were saying, the quarterfinal game between Soufriere and Lancers, I think Lancers is the first time in this tournament reaching that far. Just hope that they could continue. Soufriere and the defending champions, they have been doing good for that tournament, even for the entire tournament so far. One of the favorites to win the tournament also.
Yes, of course, you just saw Ibra there. Trying to defend there, but a shot was taken on the goal. Well accepted by the man in the back. That's Osbach Seville. Just taking care of the proceedings here. And the man in the middle just spotted an infringement there. Chester Francois being the culprit from Soufriere.
It's a pleasure watching some of these players play football at a young age and still, could come here and perform. It's very nice, to see the quality of some of these players.
Yes, of course. And especially at this age, as I say, they are just coming of age.
Yeah.
I don't classify them as old men.
No, neither I. Neither I.
Flu Lancers FC. A wasted ball there. It's just kicking this one into touch.
You realize that.
12 there for Flu Lancers FC.
You realize the teams are trying to feel each other, trying really careful, cautiously, trying to get them going.
Yes, of course. Lancers is trying to come from behind with Glenn losing possession there, the dreadlocks man. And the wild swing there at this one from Kennedy Edwards going into touch.
It's a throw-in for, yeah.
Soufriere.
Let's see how Soufriere could build from that. I know normally they could play from the back. And as I said, a very effective team.
Yeah, I'm talking about Gabriel Henry. He's a very player.
He's the mainstay for them in the midfield. Ex-national player.
Yeah, the dreadlocks man.
Yeah.
Wearing the number 14 on his back. But the game started on a very tense note here at the night at the Philip Marsley ground.
It should, because you see, Soufriere won't take Lancers lightly. Now, Lancers has nothing to lose. There's something to prove now. So the Lancers will take it. They'll take the game to Soufriere.
Honestly, because Soufriere is the defending champion of the trophy.
Yeah.
The free kick there to be taken by, I think it's Kennedy Edwards. And again, Kennedy was trying to steal this one away. It was not successful.
Yeah. He tried his best, but apparently just wasn't successful, as you said. He used to Soufriere up the ball, trying to play it from behind, trying to keep it to Dabrio. Dabrio looking ahead to. Just got Fada. Is it Fada?
Yeah.
Number 9 for Soufriere.
Shallow in possession of the ball, stolen there again by Chester Francois, trying to feed his man there, that Seville in the forward line. Some good ball being played there by Soufriere.
Yeah, good possession still by Soufriere.
Good defending.
Yeah, good defending by Lancers.
Yes, of course. Had Seville had a boot on this one, they would have been singing some other music here tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Flu Lancers FC trying to build an attack from there, left the flank, some good control in there.
And we could see Soufriere have enough numbers at the back.
Yes, of course. Soufriere has Augustus Lucien there at the back, the number 9. He's at the front.
Yeah, front. There's a player in front. See, Lancers trying to build it. The number 10 to the flank. Lancers trying to get the ball across, but again, straight into the defender for Soufriere.
Right now, of course, it's the veterans in sporting, and you are witnessing
Lancers still trying to build on the attack. Because I said, they have nothing to lose. They got there by playing, by deserving to get there. No one really took them seriously.
Yeah, but there's some seriousness there going on right now, because the man in the middle is Mr. Winter. They saw Philip Cuddy was brought down.
Again, Gabriel Henry still instrumental. He's always part of the Soufriere build-up.
So you guys walking around looking for some place to see. Make sure you come to where you are and start to cheer on the boys that you love. Of course, we have a halftime show lovely here, DJ, Selector Goldfinger here as well. And myself, I'm just going to bring up the mic and I'll be entertaining you throughout the duration of this game.
He has it again, he's trying to
Set to the mid, yeah. Soufriere is trying to dominate and trying to create play and create some passes. Again, here come W winning the ball. Soufriere trying to build on this, but again, some wayward play by Soufriere.
Angster Herman is shadowing his ball back into the defense, and he's trying to find his man there. That's Raphael. Oh, some good defending there, as you can see by Chester Francois from Soufriere, putting a boot in there.
Yeah, Chester Francois has been involved in the game defensively for his team.
Throw in there. Again, as you can see, none of the teams have really held the ball to do some proper passing.
No. We only saw Soufriere did about 1 or 2 passes, but nothing really to talk about. But I think they're trying to get it going. We see Lancers, the Dreadlocks, and still a wayward pass, number 22 for Lancers. What's his name?
That's
Glenn. Very wayward pass. At least you could try to get it across to one of his players, but it's a throw in for Soufriere.
A long through here, trying to find W. W is controlling this one comfortably. He's trying to find his man there, that's Sylville Jerome. Oh, this one was stolen there from Jerome by Raphael. But again, you see the Dreadlocks man W finding Sylville one more time on the left flank. And this one is going in the touch there. Some good football there being played by Soufriere. Yeah.
They're trying to build up the momentum. So I've seen W going to the dead ball. And as I said, if you watch, he's always instrument to almost all the dead balls and free kicks. He's always on that ball.
Yeah, he's the architect.
He is.
He's going to try to swing this one.
Yeah, just what I'm thinking.
18 and the 6-yard area there.
Which he did, but to me, Chinese still poor keeping from the Lancers keeper. That ball, he alone, he could probably hold on to it.
Of course, yes.
And make it much easier for his team.
This one is even more dangerous in their final third, but the player there on the far side just couldn't keep it in play. And
not at all.
Ballooned off his head.
Or they didn't make enough height to get to the ball. If you realize defensively, the Lancers has 10 behind the ball. Right now, it's only 1 up front. So
up front, they're trying to take on 3 defenders of Soufriere.
Yeah, so right now we just have support with him now.
Yeah,
trying to get Nigel Springer, but
there's a defender there from Soufriere, number 8. He's very instrumental.
Yeah, it's very stalwart for them in the defense.
Yeah.
Again, we see W, nice ball from W, Henry. A good defending by Lancers.
Yes, of course. But they couldn't help in giving a corner kick there to Soufriere.
Yeah, a game which is very dangerous. You're gonna kick, anything can happen. And you see, as we said, this Dreadlocks W is heading to the other side for that corner kick.
W is always in action.
Always for his team.
He's trying to wrap his foot around this one there.
Because I think last year he was the MVP of the tournament, which they won. So you know that could tell you the quality of that kind of player.
Very true about that. And he was trying to find Sylville there. Sylville is trying to bring this one down. And the whistle of the man in the middle, that's a Nigel Marfrin, spotted an infringement.
This is Lancers now trying it from the back, trying to build it.
Yes, of course. Finding O'Reilly. O'Reilly is trying to find his man there on their left flank. Some good build up there.
And I realized Lancers now feeling more comfortable now on the ball because he's trying to play it from the back and build it up.
Yes, of course. Throwing there from Sheen Mida. Sheen is trying to find And his man there, that's Leslie Shalray, the dreadlocks man. Ball going to touch there.
This is throwing for Lancers. Flow Lancers, to be exact. Good defending from Soufriere.
Yeah, Soufriere. Some good play there by Amira, but he's been fended off there. Some very good defense.
And if you just walk in, we'll let you know that this is the quarterfinal of the Veteran Sporting Competition. And you're witnessing.
We realize that Soufriere will want to relinquish the title like this. Since I think they're trying to see they could only be the team to win it back to back. Because, as I said, they're the defending champion. And if they're going for tonight, at least they will be one of the teams in the semi-finals.
That's why Dobby Ledward, the number 20, was holding back, and the number 8, that's Leslie Shalray in defense. He don't want to relinquish his title.
Not at all.
Easily.
Not at all.
You'll see something and see orange and they'll call it maritime.
Glenn is trying to take on his man, doing so quite successfully, and again you see Shalray was trying to whip this one and they get no contact.
Shalray had enough time to control the ball and probably, look for play. He just want to just whip it. Just take his time.
Dabry just giving this one away.
Good tackle by Dabry. Good winning the ball by Dabry. Soufriere trying to build up the attack, but Lancers again. Break it up.
Yeah, good work there by Ansgar Herman.
Looking for the flanks. Yeah, good again. Good build up by Lancers. Number 12, Lancers trying to whip it across, which he did. Again, we see the defense of Soufriere not giving in like this.
They don't really have any chance, to have a proper shot on goal. There you saw Glenn, he was not really poised. He just scooped this one in the air.
As I said, Lancers has come a long way from last year, 2 years back. Come to play tournament with guys short, not enough players. To see them here in that stage of the tournament, quarterfinals, and trying to hold their own is very good for them.
And that of the main championship.
Yeah, they main play. Yes.
And you see a twisted ball again. And Lancers is taking it from behind, and O'Reilly was trying to feed his man there. Again, Lancers need to see yet another pass with Glenn trying to find his man doing so good. You see Kennedy trying to do some trickery on the ball.
Yeah, good pass to the number 22, is it? Trying to.
And the number 12, I think.
12, sorry. Trying to keep it in. The number 16 for Lancers. He's trying to dribble. But again, the number 11 for Soufriere. Going in interception by him.
Number 12 is Anthony Paul. Because they got two number 21 there, but the next one is a sub, so this number 21, they're supposed to be number 12.
Oh, okay. It's number 12.
Yeah, Anthony Paul.
Good observation, Chai.
Yeah. Is that two number 21? One started the game and one was the sub, so the first 11 got to be number 12.
Yeah.
Spot kick there for Soufriere.
On the right side of the Soufriere team.
To control this one. Glenn is trying to find his man, and what a lovely pass. And you just saw Nigel Springer just couldn't get the boot onto this one, and this one is just going.
And if he had just did it, we would have been singing something different, because he's very prolific scorer. He has been so a while now. Very, very good individual, good striker.
Soufriere will be starting from behind again with Jones. Vincent, a good tackle in there on the flank.
Yeah, and if you realize that's how Soufriere started, they don't really use the long ball. They started from behind and try to build it up. Because he's very confident on that ball.
Seville is trying to take on his man now, and he's doing so quite perfectly. Oh, what a good ball there from Seville. But again, as you see, Lucien, he didn't have the quick feet enough.
Yeah.
Building from behind is Leslie Shalry again, trying to take on his man on the left flank. Doing so quite successfully, crossing this one. But Philip Caddy was there for Soufriere, some very good defending.
Yeah, very good defending. Because Soufriere, no nonsense, was in the defense.
Yes, of course.
As I said, I don't think these guys want to relinquish that trophy at all.
Not at all.
But at the end of the day, we will see the results.
I think they've made the most finals. They were in the finals with Caracas Master.
Yeah, yes,
They beat,
yeah.
over the controversial goal.
Yeah, very much so.
Jerome Seville. Oh, he's taking on his man. And again, he was trapped in between two players there. You see O'Reilly having a boot in there. And then,
Seville, I think, tried to do too much with the ball. He held on it too much. Because Farah was on the other side. At least he could lay it across for him. Sometimes, Chinese, sometimes you just have to try to release that ball as quick as possible.
yeah, he likes to play with the ball. You see how quick W has released this one there.
Yeah. Soufriere still calm, still in possession with it.
And that's Caddy. That's Donville there. Trying to find his man. But again, as you see, too much velocity there on this ball. And again, going out of touch there for a goal kick.
Yeah, for Lancers, taking the time.
Yes, of course, because the game is even Steven is still at 0 there.
So we just saw a substitution for Lancers, number 5. I don't know who went out, but this number 5 just came in. And with the veterans, it's roll in, roll off.
Yeah, number 5 has come in.
Yeah, dreadlocks. Unless
Yes. Lambert. McGee Lambert.
So Lancers is trying to do some substitutions, trying to bring some fresh legs to see what the outcome might be of it.
No, yes, of course, because they know that the venom of the defending champs.
It's very deadly.
I'm telling you, when they get stung by this rattle snake.
A very deadly one.
Yeah,
the only way they could get free is if they're very immune to it, to the venom. But
that's right.
see what's going to happen. Again, we see Lancers trying to good dribbling, poor shooting. There was still somebody on the far side. At least he got a little ball, to him to number 12 for Lancers. Just waiting patiently for that ball to come across, but to no avail.
Just blaze it over the
Yeah.
there.
When you get opportunities like that, half opportunities, you need to bury them. You need to make the opponent pay.
Yes, of course. I must say, you don't know what will happen later on. And you see some improper passing there again, otherwise you're in Deligny.
Lancers feeling very comfortable on the ball now, trying to put some passes together, trying to build it up.
The fresh leg just lost the ball.
Yeah, just did.
But McGinn. McGinn again, trying to redeem himself. And I don't think I think he's redeemed himself this time.
Good pass. Trying to whip it across. Good defending from Soufriere. That is Soufriere team.
This is your time to take out your tickets stub.
Good sense. Nigel. There we go again. See if we could bury it this time, and it's a good goal by Nigel.
You just saw the first goal there.
Flow Lancers FC number 10, that's Adrian Edwards. But it ricocheted off the
Yes.
foot of one of the defenders.
Number 10 from Lancers.
Well, they have two number 10 before. Nigel Springer.
Nigel Springer.
Adrian Edwards also has a number 10 by.
No, it's Nigel Springer. He's the one I was saying. Yeah, he was the one I was talking about. Very prolific striker, and as you said, you see what happened. Give him the opportunity, he will bury it, and he just did that to Soufriere. So let's see what the Soufriere is made of now. To at least to get the equalizer.
What a wonderful way to start. What a wonderful
It's a good goal from Springer.
Players are already quarreling.
Now is the time for me to give away a prize.
Lancers looking prepared here.
And I think he's been substituted now, the goal scorer. So it looked like the changes that Lancers have been making is just work for them, bringing the fresh legs. So I say the goal scorer now is out. Somebody.
Bascom fighting his man there, that's O'Reilly. Giving the possession away. Some good passing there by Edward Donald. Still controlling the ball. Edward Donald.
Soufriere is now trying to take the time and maintain, try to keep on passing the ball until when they get the penetration.
There you see Deligny just leaving this ball away and some good defending there in the midfield from the Flow Lancers FC player. And I must say that Flow Lancers came well prepared here.
Yeah, you
for the
see that,
defending
yeah.
champs. Feeling to control this one there.
Mr. Bontero.
Seville is trying to find Dabrio there, but he was outrun there by Kennedy Edwards.
It's a nice gift back for you. I hope it is a water bottle or something. You need one more? Yeah, pretty groovy. Give your ticket stubs out. I want to do one more joke.
Short corner there by Dabrio. He's trying to swing this one across, and good hands there by Osborne Seville, and the goalkeeper from Soufriere.
For Lancers.
For Lancers, that is, yeah, that's Villan Edwards.
Villain.
Yeah, Dabrio was looking for the close pole there.
5, 7, 5.
He was just literally giving this one away.
Given to you.
And
There's the equalizer from Soufriere. Very bad defending from Lancers. And when you do such kind of thing, you're going to pay for it. And that's exactly what happened. Soufriere made Lancers pay for some defensive error.
yeah, it's Jerome Seville left finding the back of the net and equalizing the game there for Soufriere. You don't mess with the likes of Jerome Seville and W. Henry. In your final third, they're going to make you pay. You saw where he stayed and take that shot.
Because you cannot afford to make a silly mistake like that in defense. In defense, you need to play easy and good as possible. You can't afford to make any error. And that's exactly what happened. Lancers made an error in the defense. And Soufriere capitalized on it and got the equalizer.
Very true, Misha.
Wow.
And they have to start again from number 1.
112575.
And now we have Mr. Terry Phillips joining us in the commentary. Anything, Mr. Terry Phillips, on it?
Even gentlemen, looks like an even contest so far. Pretty much, obviously, certainly is an even contest on the scoreboard. Wouldn't have necessarily expected this coming in. Lancers FC not coming in with the finest of form. In fact, if you look at the tables going into the coming out of the preliminaries and coming into the knockout stages, the least really of the teams in the knockout stages in this section, the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup quarterfinals, just one win from their 3 games in the preliminaries. The only team advancing to the quarterfinals with just one win to the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup. Whereas the Soufriere, defending champions, they had come in with a decent amount of form, 2 wins in their first games and 1 draw. So we expected this to be a little bit of a different contest coming into this evening here at the Philip Marston grounds for the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup quarterfinals. And so far, 1-1, pretty good, interesting contest, end-to-end stuff. Styles, as they say, make matches, gentlemen. And certainly we are seeing some very different styles being employed here by these two. Some counter-punching. We have David Shakes, Christopher, the tournament director, very close to us, so I may have to use some boxing jargon. Some counter-punching going on, whereas you see one team, Soufriere, trying to swing big, but being a little bit cagey. Flow Lancers, and they're just containing the attacks of their opponents and coming in with the counter punch and the counter offensive.
Very well said, Terry. Let me just go at the preliminaries of the tournament. The statistics are going to be very good, but it's very so true. But in the second round of the tournament, this is where the teams have to step up, and we realize that Soufriere did. Lancers also. Very surprising to me at that level. And what we know that happened to Lancers the previous years in the tournament, seeing them here now at that stage and holding their own, one all in the tournament. Very good. Anything from you, China?
Yes, of course. The defending champs, Soufriere, like I say, they have everything to lose. And Flow Lancers FC, they have everything to win. Because the defending champs, they are not going to relinquish their title that easily, and Flow Lancers, they are the ones coming, and getting it.
Right.
So, I mean, and again, we have another match here tonight. The plate champions, that's Mabuya Valley, they're down to play VSADC, and we know that the VSADC went through the preliminary round of matches, and they didn't lose the game, Terry. They got 9 points. So, again, Valley Legends having to relinquish their plate title that now that they are playing in the main championship.
Yeah, playing for something bigger.
That's right. They've lost one title, trying to claim another one, and I don't think that VSADC, with the way that they were playing, is gonna let them do
at all.
Well, presently they presently Valley Legend has relinquished it because they're in the big guns now, the big house now.
That's right.
Yeah, well, VS. Oh, here comes a nice attack. Oh my goodness, very dangerous, very dangerous. Can Villain? Oh, brilliant work by Villain Edward. Absolutely brilliant. And I was just going to say, in fact, Mishak, that really one place that you can be sure that Lancers are not weak is between the sticks.
No, they're not. They're very Villain. Very experienced keeper. Although sometimes you see errors from him, but tonight you could see he's on his game and he focus. Very good save, to keep his team back, keep his team in the tournament.
Yeah, when you have a one-on-one situation like that as a striker, you expect to find the back of the net.
Yes, of course. With the caliber of this man there, Jerome Seville, I almost thought that this one would have been in the old onion bag.
And here comes the counter punch. Setting up the counter attack, knocking the ball around very comfortably. Glenn Calagist on his birthday.
Oh yeah?
Today is his birthday. So he's even more of a veteran now than he was yesterday. Unfortunately, a little bit of a misplaced pass there. But will Villain indeed be equal to the task? He is more than equal to the task, Villain Edward. But you were talking a little bit about VSADC, China, and of course we'll be talking, I will be seeing them a little bit later in the program this evening. VSADC not only unbeaten and not only on top of the table, but they won every single game. The only team in the tournament to have won every single game so far, and they won very comfortably. They've looked like winning going away every single time. So VSADC looking very, very easy, very, very comfortable, very untroubled so far in this year's competition. And Valley Legends, of course, should provide a very stern test for them. I don't know if Chinese is going to be joining us for the... well, I don't know if either of you really is going to be sticking around for the commentary. Come to that.
No, I will. Valley Legends, my team had had a strong coaching career master them because these players from Valley Legends are players I coach at a youth level. When I mean at a younger level, in the 18 and the 20, and to see them, playing the veterans, I'm saying to myself, I'm really old in the area. So saying this, VSADC, not taking nothing from them. Twice they won this tournament, and they know what it is. But Valley Legends, good group of players, they won the plate tournament, and for sure, tonight they will give it the best to get out and to get over VSADC.
Yeah, yes, of course, for real, because again, me being the president of Valley Legends and managing that team, I know it's a good set of players, a good crop of players, and I know they've played together. Like Mishak told you, Mishak being the coach of these players for the past years and whatnot, and Mishak know their capabilities and whatnot. So it's a no-nonsense mood tonight between the two.
Now, of course, we have a game in hand here, and the attack by the Flow Lancers FC just snuffed out, and here come Soufriere back on the advance.
Yes, of course, it was a very Deligny there with this ball strolling away from him a little bit. Possession back with Lancers FC.
Both teams, as one would expect at this stage of the tournament, we did note last week, Mishak, that there was, for some of the teams, a little bit of sluggishness coming out of the Christmas break. Sort of understandable, especially given that they were in the plate tournament that they are playing, basically for a second-tier trophy. But these guys looking very, very sharp. I've seen some of the teams who are in the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup still in it to win it, looking to get that main championship trophy. They've been very, very diligent throughout the Christmas season, training consistently, and you can see that in the play this evening. Both teams have come out knocking the ball around very comfortably, very consistently, finding their own man. They've come out with a clear game plan, so it's very evident that these teams have been putting in the work throughout the Christmas season and well into 2017.
Yeah, very much so, because you see Soufriere, the way they play, after you get the equalizer, they play with more confidence, more focus now, able to push the ball. Not taking nothing from Lancers. Lancers trying their best, trying to get the ball into the back of the net. And I realize that Lancers has been a lot of change, a lot of substitutes compared to the Soufriere team. So at least Lancers bring a lot of fresh legs onto the playing area now.
Both teams have a lot of substitutes available, Chinese. So and of course at the veterans level, as we've noted before, very important to have those fresh legs, to have those substitutes being able to roll in and roll out, and give, especially your main players. I mean, there are some players who are still very important players, who are still essential players, but who may not necessarily be able to give you that full 90 minutes.
Very true, Terry. I'm just reminiscing of the Congorians and the Library Veterans game.
Yes.
You remember that Congo went up 2-0 very early in the first half.
Within 10 minutes.
And they only had one. They only had one sub on the bench, and Library Veterans they were putting in fresh legs.
The entire Saint-Amy family, the whole joy, everybody just rolling.
And they hit Congo in 6 goals. Congo didn't score no goal in the second half of the game.
Definitely a feature of the tournament at this stage, that you need to have those reserves. You need to have some strength and depth in order for you to be able to compete. It's not necessarily just a question of your footballing ability or of your first 11. You do have rolling subs, so you can call on your entire, if you have 11 guys on the bench, if you have 22 guys on the bench, you can call on every single one of them throughout the course of the game, just to keep your main guys fresh and ready.
Very true indeed, Terry. As the Flow Lancers SC is in search for a second goal here. This ball is crossed in there into the final third, and the whistle of Mr. Nigel Winter.
look at the linesman, I don't know if it's an outside position, but again, Lancers, the confidence is building it, by hour, by the minutes, the playing, keeping themselves, keeping their shape, and going to send a message to Soufriere and the others, and they want to relinquish that tournament, playing the best that they can. But Lancers is not going away, they just keep on coming.
Yes, of course, with all that Lancers has been through for the past years. I think last year, Lancers on numerous occasions that they couldn't come up with an 11 to play a game. And I think they were cautioned first by the board, and then I think some actions were taken. But they're back here in the tournament, and very happy for them.
Soufriere for Soufriere. Trying to get the man across. Again, defending by the Lancers team. Springer looking away, good pass. Trying to get it on the far side.
I think he's looking for Kennedy Edwards there.
Hard luck. Good build up, but again, hard luck for Flo Lancers. Yeah, not converting. And it's like an ex-player from Congorians, the roster.
Yeah, that is the number 19. I think it's Claude.
Remember
His number 18.
He's play for
Congorians, yeah.
So he made that switch
to Leo.
Yeah, made that switch to Flo Lancers.
Yeah.
Soufriere.
Looking very good in defense indeed. Yeah.
Taking the time, get the ball out. Lancers is controlled.
Yeah.
Return from the Lancers. Lancers trying to keep the ball again. Some bad passing by Lancers. Soufriere. We were by the Soufriere team now. So to number 18, try to get Springer. Both teams had opportunities. Both of them could. Soufriere had, Flo Lancers had opportunities. So it's kind of even Steven, even if the score at 1 all.
Very true, indeed. And as you see,
Springer good too. Trying to get lost. Get lost control. Trying to keep it to his ball. Again, back to the defense. Flo Lancers keeping the ball. An error again by number 19 from Lancers.
Yes, of course.
If Soufriere could capitalize on this, still we were shooting by the Soufriere team.
And I'm telling you, this man that robbed him of the ball is Valence Lubrin. I'm telling you, he's another danger man. Yeah, Valence Lubrin is a danger man. They call him Balo.
Balo.
Yeah, that's Balo. Valence Lubrin. Cletus Hippolyte has been introduced into the game, the number 19 for Soufriere. And they just shifted Valence Lubrin into the forward position there.
It's a throw-in for Soufriere. Again, still a throw-in. Interception by number 18 for Lancers, a throw-in for Soufriere. Getting closer. Soufriere trying to build attack, trying to give it. Good defending again by the Lancers team. Lancers composing defense, trying to take it up. Good pass for Spring again. Good defending, we could say, by the Soufriere lads. It's throwing for Lancers, trying to get Springer, trying to get it across. Again, you see Springer trying to keep hold of that ball, but again, some bad passing. Again, counter for Soufriere.
And Mishak, fortunate enough to be joined in the commentary position by David Shakes Christopher, the tournament director, Veterans in Sports, Veterans Football 2016-2017. Welcome, Shakes.
Welcome, Terry. Good night, Mishak. Good night, Chinese. And good night to all the viewers who are looking into this commentary this evening.
No punches and bunches this evening, but some pretty exciting football.
Yeah, very interesting football. We see a lot of counter punching. No counter punching. No punches in bunches, but a lot of counter punching.
Yeah, it's they could very well turn into a slugfest, Shakes.
Yeah, because both teams is going at one another. They're trying a lot of long shots and looking to find the weakness of the opponent. But all in all, it seems to be a very intriguing matchup so far.
And it could this could be interesting. An interesting decision here for the referee. Waiting for he's showing a yellow. A very dangerous tackle there. Last man, the Mishak. Nothing else. Something else could have been expected.
Exactly. Very intelligent play by the defender, at least taking the card for his team.
Yeah, but another card could have come out there because he was the last line of defense.
Exactly. He took the risk there for his team. So he made the tackle. So very intelligent play by him.
Shakes, I promise this is our last boxing pun for the time being. Lancers may be punching a little bit above their weight.
Well, they're punching above the weight. What they're doing, they're trying to see if they can stop the win of the opponent by throwing a lot of punches early in the game, because they realize to themselves that they're coming up against a big fish, a defending champion. So if they can throw a lot of punches early in the match and try to put Soufriere off the game, they probably can take it home.
Shakes, your view on the tournament overall, the level of reception, the level of preparation of these teams, especially coming out of the Christmas break. Just your overall thoughts on how this competition has come along in terms of its growth over the years, and the showing really this year should be a banner year for veterans football.
Yes, as you said a while ago, some of the teams just getting the stride back after the long Christmas break. And what we're seeing pertaining to the tournament is growing, because from what transpired last week, we saw it doesn't have any big games, big teams again in this tournament. We saw previous champions get demolished last year, like behind the BTC, who was really finding the going tough this last year and even last season. And it shows that the lesser team is stepping up. It shows that everybody's taking this tournament very serious. And as we approach the knockout round, which is the real exciting part of football, I call it the 2020. This is the 2020 segment. Before we were having the group stage and the test match. But now it's the 2020. This is the 2020 part of football, where you lose, you go home, you win, you stay. So the excitement is going to build it started building from last week and then this weekend. So going into next week, we should see that the 2016-2017 tournament coming down to a real hype, because this is the real action-packed time now, Terry.
And a free kick here, which is easily dealt with by Villan Edward. And yeah, we've seen a lot of excitement even in the first weekend of the quarterfinals with the Flow Plate Championship quarterfinals. 23 goals in one weekend. That has to be some sort of record for the Veterans Tournament.
Yes, it will really happen if we're going back to the future, because what happened last year around the same time, a lot of goals were scoring down in Soufriere. Tonight, which is Saturday night, would be the night before the day Brian died. This would be the night when Congo would have won the game, and then the next day is when Soufriere would have supposed to play. Tuesday going to be the 17th, going to bring up 1 year, but if you go back into time, it's going to be the day before Brian passing. So the excitement was down in Soufriere about the same time last year, and we see the excitement is building up. You said 23 goals scored last week. There was a record breaking for veterans football, and this tournament could only get better and better as it progresses.
And back on the field, of course, the Lancers just trying to draw the Soufriere, the defending champs, out to try to get them to come back into their third and sort of find spaces in the attacking third. But indeed, it is half-time, and this one at a stalemate, Mishak, after the first 45.
Yeah, we saw both teams trying to feel each other, and Lancers who draw the first blood. We saw for Soufriere now coming back, Shakes, and and equalizing the game. And the game right now is even Steven, and as I said, taking nothing from Lancers. To me, they're the surprising team here tonight, and for me, they're playing very, very well, Shakes.
Yes, Lancers use a lot of counter punching, as we could use a boxing term. What they did, they tried to surprise Soufriere by attacking Soufriere, scoring first, Soufriere coming back and pull back one. So as you said, Mishak, it's even Steven. So it's going to boil down to who needed more as we go into the final half coming up. So who have the stronger legs and who could really stand the pressure, then we're going to see what happen in the final half.
Yeah, thank you, Sheikh. So we will be back for the second half next 15 minutes. So stay tuned to view the second half of the game.
We're back here with the second half of that will be the hot stage of the Caribbean Alliance World Cup. The defending champ Soufriere, they're in the gold and black coming up against FC. And it's locked at 1-1 here, Terry.
And Chinese, I noticed that you've only brought one Marcusson back, despite the fact that Marcusson is on special. Marcusson being one of several sponsors for this year's Veterans Football Tournament, along with the likes of Somersby. So you could have got Somersby on special, you could have got Marcusson on special, but Chinese only brought one back.
I think it was DJ Donga who gave me this one.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, he went for two at the bar and he gave me one.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Understood.
All right.
Back underway, locked at 1 goal apiece. Defending champions Soufriere. They're coming up against Flow Lancers FC. Flow Lancers FC coming out at the bottom of the table in terms of the teams that made the Veterans Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup and forced into a sharp save there, Villan Edward. And really, they're largely in this one, Chinese, right now because of that man between the uprights, Villan Edwards coming out to make a save with 3 players bearing down on him.
Yes, of course. Villan Edwards has been spectacular here tonight. And you see that Florence FC is in a no-nonsense mood here tonight. They are coming after the champs. As you see, W. Henry was fed there by his man. He's trying to do a trick with it, trying to find Seville and 1-2 back to Henry, and he's ruled offside.
Just offside. W. Henry just moving into an offside position, trying to play the give and go. Very clever play there by Soufriere, but unfortunately just made his move a little bit too quickly and found himself behind the last line of defense before the ball was played. You see now Soufriere beginning to commit a little bit more in terms of the attack, at least in the early stages of the second stanza of this contest. And will Flow Lancers FC respond? They've been counter-attacking for much of the game, much of the first half of the game certainly. How will they respond if this attack is sustained by Soufriere?
I think they are capable of sustaining it. The only thing that is Lancers now, if they can counter also and bring up the tempo. It's nice for Gilroy on field number 19. It's a long time since this gentleman played competitive football. It's nice seeing him here. See, there you go, Lancers trying to build it up. Again, poor defending by Soufriere, but still we're able to keep the ball. Very keen with Chinese or Terry if this game finished as is, to see for the dreadful penalty shootout.
Well, we avoided one last week. We thought we might have got one last week, but avoided it with goals being scored, crucial goals being scored in every single game. Really, I don't expect that this one will finish it. I don't think this one is looking like it's going to be the goal feast that we saw several of last week. 3 games with some big scoring. Goes late. 8 goals in a single game. The biggest victory this year in veterans football, 8-0. They won their contest over Monipo Sharks. Monipo Sharks exiting the competition without scoring a single goal for the tournament. Unfortunately, they of course won the 16th ball, so they did show that they had some degree of quality, but unable to bring it against the bigger guns in the tournament. Grizzly Veterans were the best of the teams coming into the plate side of the championship, and they duly dispatched with the Manipur Sharks. So some big scoring last week. I don't anticipate that this evening we will be seeing that sort of display. The goalkeepers very, very crucial, and we've got two good goalkeepers at either end of the park, and they should be able to keep this one at a respectable scoreline. But I think that there will be enough punch in the attack that we should see a goal or two scored in this contest.
Good for the tournament if it ends up in that way, and that depends on who. Because Soufriere is trying the best at least to get the go-ahead goal, while Lance is trying to absorb it and make the counter. But again, football is in 90 minutes, so 45 gone. Let's see what's going to happen in this 45 of the tournament.
And of course, you can follow the entire tournament on all of the Veterans in Sport social media, as well as veteransinsport.com. Chani, I don't know if you've been on the Facebook. I know you're all over the Facebook. Certainly your photos are all over the Facebook page, all over the Twitter page, the Instagram, Veterans in Sport. You can also get us as well on YouTube, Veterans in Sport, and see some of the videos from the competition to date, as well as some of the ads for upcoming action. So Chani, I know that you're a social media man, and you will certainly have taken in some of what's been going on throughout the course of the tournament.
Of course, yes, Terry. As always, I don't know if you saw the photo that I reposted, that of you and I in the commentary booth, and also our short video, which was taken by Ken Henville. Yes, of course. We got many likes to this one.
Just let me go back to the game again. There's poor finishing again by Lancers. I don't hope that they get paid for this. And when you get opportunities like that, Terry or China, you need to capitalize on it. And again, in that crucial situation, you need to make it work.
Very true.
And especially when you are playing from behind, you know that you are not the favorite coming in. You know that not a great deal is expected of you. When you do get those chances, you have to be able to convert, because the team which is stronger by most estimation, by the estimation of most, is likelier to make you pay. If this were two teams that we figured were even coming in, then it's give and take. But the fact that Lancers, even though they're looking very resolute in defense, they've been fending off wave after wave of attack, and here they are mounting one of their own. So let's see what comes of this one. And indeed, it is still alive.
It's a good one today between Leslie Chalry and Jonathan John, and of course in defense, I tell you, Soufriere is not giving up. And speaking, just to add up onto what was being said a while ago, Lancers FC, they have been very lackadaisical in finishing, and with the lights of Tony Paul, and you have Jerome Savino, W. Henry in the forefront there for Soufriere. If Lancers don't capitalize, I'm certainly sure that most probably W or Savino is going to make them pay.
It's a corner kick for Flo Lancers.
You see, and
that looked as though it was an attempt at a scorpion kick. We've seen a couple of scorpion kicks in the Christmas holidays. So perhaps that gentleman was watching a little bit too much Premier League and figured he'd try the scorpion kick.
That's Sean O'Reilly there.
Trying to keep the ball against the yeah, sure. Very poor by super striker. Again, the teams building, but when it comes to the finishing, we're just not seeing the finishing from
yes, of course, both teams are lacking in finishing. As you see, Hall was just finding his man there. And Lancers FC is trying to build them an attack there with Jonathan John, trying to swing this one across there to Leslie Shalry. Shalry is being fended there by his man, and fending this one into a throw. Throw into Lancers FC.
Lancers still in control, trying to build the attack on the right side of the field. Again, for Lancers.
To be taken there by Raphael Calendar.
Again, still a substitute for FC Flow Lancers.
Glenn Gist is coming back into the game. Oh, what a header there! It was Jonathan John having a head onto this one, but it was straight into the hands of Osman Soufriere.
Good cross by
That was
Flow Lancers.
Leslie Shalry there on the cross.
Looking for Hall trying to get his man.
Good pass there from Hall there. Anthony Paul is swinging this one across. Hall having this one, taking on this one quite perfectly. A dance across one, across two. Hall again.
Still on his ball.
Oh, what a cross there by Isai!
Brilliant cross there by Isai Hall again.
And the header.
Another opportunity going scrambling for Flow Lancers by the guy who scored the goal is Nigel Springer. And again, these opportunities, you have to put them on the back of the net, or else you might pay the price.
Yes, of course. As you see, I think it was Jonathan John having the head onto this one after Isai was orchestrating all his magic there in the final third.
Two consecutive headers when whistled by the Lancers Flow Lancers FC.
So we can't count them out, not as yet.
Not at all. Not at all.
And both of them are still in the game.
Lancers are trying to get Hall. One pass to number three. Number three again, whistle pass to Soufriere. Dabrio on the ball. Number 14 trying to get to his man.
Soufriere,
going across, trying to see how again. Some awful and wayward kicking by Soufriere.
Because David Ramjawan was running from the left flank and making some inroads. But Soufriere saw the keeper off his line and he was looking for the far forward. But here, Misha, we suffer from strong breeze there, and actually you have to play with the breeze, and you're supposed to know how to kick the ball in that strong breeze. Well, last weekend it was even stronger, but I'm sensing right now it's not that much. It's not that much strong. This weekend it's more or less calmer.
Lancers trying to build the ball again. Soufriere in possession. Soufriere still in possession. We're defending by the Lancers team, trying to get it out. And you see Lancers. There's a battle between Lancers and Soufriere in control, trying to clip that ball, bring it across. And Soufriere is trying to long ball across, trying to see to get the Lancers defense flat footed again.
But it's Ansgar Herman, the number 6.
That's what we just said. Good goalkeeping by Velan.
Yeah, very good goalkeeping there.
Yeah, coming out at the right time to cover his ball. Again, trying to keep his team in that game.
Nigel Maffran, the man in the middle, spotted an infringement. Ansgar Herman on this one there for Flow Lancers FC. He's trying to find his man there in the fourth position.
And the people veterans versus Paragon Masters.
Very good ball there to Jerome Seville, and he's trying to put this one down on his chest and just shoot it away from him from a little bit.
Yeah. He's still getting very poor control from the chest, on his chest. This player is trying the best.
This is the control on the chest. That's what I'm talking about.
Perfect example how it should be done.
Very true indeed.
So this weekend, right here, as your man for the weekend.
While building the confidence and trying to build the attack also.
You come with me on a goal.
Passing. Again, Chinese, the defense that's need to take the time. No pressure on you. You want to rush to clear the ball. Lancers still in control. To number 3. Number 3.
Yes, of course.
Isai coming for it.
So we're going to tomorrow be a Sunday night children macaroni.
Number 17.
Yeah, because you have to come to the field tomorrow. You see, we put veterans and those time.
We could see Lancers in control now, Chinese.
Yes, of course, they've taken the game away from Soufriere and they're in control of the ball game.
Yeah.
And doing very good pass there from Glenn Gist. He was trying to find Leslie there. But again, a fight in defense by the Soufriere team.
Soufriere in control.
Augustus Lucien.
Yeah.
Tony Paul. He was trying to find his man there, that's a Seville. Shot there again by...
That's not a radio station Tony Ball, right? This is the Ras Tony Ball.
This is the Rasta Tony Paul. They call him Abra. Yes, of course. And again, you see Leslie with a burst of fury from the right flank and just a boot in there from the defender over Soufriere.
Good defending for the Soufriere player. Good defending.
Yes,
Again,
of course.
It's a corner kick for Lancers Flow FC.
Either or needing to go up here because we'll be needing one to cross the line.
Yeah.
As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lancers players in the area.
Yeah. You can see inside number 19, just above the D.
Again, poor corner taken there.
Very much so, but still Lancers still in control.
Giving possession away to Soufriere. Jerome Seville in control of the ball game. He's trying to find his man there. Oh, good trick. Oh, that was good trick. Then I put Augustus Lucien, I think that is trying to build an attack.
Trying to build the attack for his team. But probably lost control of the ball. Flow Lancers is now applying the pressure. Since after the 2 goals that they scored, the 2 headers, they keep applying the pressure on Soufriere.
Very much.
Again, yeah. In possession. Trying to get Springer. Lost it.
Tony Paul
to
Seville.
Very much short the game.
W. Henry was at the other end.
Yeah.
You see W with hands on waist.
Yeah.
That means he's frustrated. He was supposed to be receiving that ball.
He is. But we could see that Soufriere has a lot of confidence in W. He haven't substituted as yet. He's still in the game. And
he's very instrumental in the game.
While you see the Lancers team using the substitute very effectively.
Yes, of course. Oh, good fight back there by the dreadlocks man. Fending off Glenn Gist off of this ball.
Soufriere still in possession.
Lancers in blue and white.
The midfielder.
A good turn. Yeah, that's Philip.
In
In all Nishak, the game is very poised.
It is.
northern side of
It is. Right now we see most of the game presently in the midfield area now for both teams.
defending champion Soufriere United.
Very true.
In the center of the field, sorry.
Yeah, very
Soufriere
One final action here.
trying to keep it
Veterans
to the ball, trying to get his man. Keep it again to the. Keep it. You see what they could do with this now, China. Trying to build it up.
Guys, Augustus Lucien there.
To
On
get
the
the corner flag. We were passing again by him. It's a cat and mouse game, losing the ball between both teams and China.
Yes, of course.
Gilroy Hall, good pass behind, trying to get the striker. Again, the defense from Soufriere is capable. Good turn, good control from the number 20 from Soufriere.
That's Dorville.
Good pass. Good pass from Dorville. Outside call by the lines lady. The linesman. The lines lady.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Lines woman. How you want to call her?
Indeed.
Well, the game is very evolving now. You see a lot of females into both refereeing and food and for fish eating at the game, which is very good for St. Lucia Check.
Yes, of course. So we should have more of them on board and continue the journey, because it's a journey yet to end, a journey to be continued.
Yeah.
So we have males, likewise females, in the sporting arena.
That we are trying to build it up. Infringement again. Yeah. A very dangerous area for free kick for Soufriere. Lancers have to be very careful, and at least you don't need to fall around that D area of that box. If you have good kickers, they could hang that in the onion bag.
W is a very good
and
kicker.
he is the one we see standing going to be behind it.
Either he or Jerome Seville.
One of the two.
Yeah.
You see Jerome Seville is
Both of them are
Both of
standing
them
behind his
standing
ball
behind
there.
the ball.
You might see some kind of magic there tonight.
Lancers are building the wall. Keeper trying to orchestrate his wall. Make sure that the ball is covered. And is that really? Weird shot. Again, let's see.
Just over the transversal.
Just over the transversal. Lancers did the fight and they have this. You see, they could send Soufriere home.
Soufriere is not giving up that easily.
No, not at all. Good control by Isai Hall. Keeping the ball, looking for lift up his head, looking for his man. Straight to the striker on the 7, trying to keep it again. They're not shielding the ball properly. You need to protect the ball.
Very true. Because Philip Gustav is a no-nonsense man coming from behind
You
there.
need to protect the ball. You can't leave the ball exposed. Or else the opponent will take it, as he just did. Throwing for Lancers. W trying to get Tony Paul back to W trying to get to the flank. Again, Lucien, it is on the 10.
Yeah, that's Seville. Jerome
Seville. If it's flashy orange boots,
Yeah.
we would pass in by Seville. It's a throw-in for Lancers.
Bad control there by Matthias Philip. He was fed there by W.
He's like, looking very instrumental in that game for Lancers. Passing by 1-2, back to his side, back to the 17. Soufriere in control.
Philip Gustavo finding his man Matthias Philip. He was robbed there.
We see again cover for the keeper, Villan. Lancers trying to get it. Right now we realize that the ball is playing more into the defensive foot of Lancers. Trying to get it out. Going by the number Ras. Trying to get through. Again, number 12. There's no safe position. Lancers trying to do best to counter attack, but still this doesn't work for them.
Yeah, very true, Mishaka. I foresee that Lancers are looking very good in the final third, likewise Soufriere. But again, the defense of both teams are proven to be very, very good. And
yes.
They're just resisting each other from capitalizing. There you see Jonathan is trying to turn around his man, doing so quite comfortably. And clash there between two players. No damage, serious damage being done. It's a free kick to Soufriere.
Yeah, we could see Nigel and no nonsense moving.
We ask you to take out the defense stance one more time. Take out the defense stance one more time. It's the season of giving. And I feel like Santa Claus. So I want to give out the side up. We are both side up. And Summersby.
Soufriere starting from behind.
Six-pack of Summersby. Summersby.
Central defender trying to clear it.
I think I want to be the voice.
Lucien.
I want to be the voice of them siders.
We'll fight by W. We will
But
win the ball.
manager
The ball
of
in
the Apple cider.
We'll go in by
I want to be the voice over for the Apple cider. I want to give the tagline.
W instrumental still. Lancers very
I want to say something like,
Lancers not giving up at all. Just trying to apply the pressure and keep the ball from the attackers for Soufriere. You see Lancers on the attack. Down on the right hand side. It's a cross. In width, wayward crossing from Lancers.
Yes, of course, the dreadlocks man was trying to swing this one across. He had two players in the area.
Never take his time.
Not at all. He's trying to redeem himself here.
Let's
trying to
hope-
go around his man.
let's
He's a
hope.
he's a very good little player there.
He's trying to do too much.
He's from Congorians.
Yeah.
He was from Lancers.
To Lancers. And it looked like because the way he played, the role that he played for the team.
Very comfortable. Good head by Anson. CW is trying to bring this one down. Good ball there from W to Tawfiq Edward. He's trying to take his man there on the flank. That's Sheedida. Sheedida had some other things down his sleeves.
And you could hear the song of only female. Come on, Soufriere. So you know
Yes, of
Soufriere have a little support there. But Lancers is not going away like that. They just keep on fighting.
Some good defending there.
Yeah. Good defending.
One away from
Yeah.
the defense of Soufriere. But again, you see some very good work there. Just seeing Valley legends, players of Mabuya Valley.
With the famous light blue, or it's a turquoise and white, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
They engage themselves in
They want.
activities. They coming up against two-time champs.
Yeah, VSCDC.
That's, CDC. VSCDC has won it twice, and of course, Soufriere being the defending champs.
And the legend, they won the plate last year.
Of the plate, that's right.
They are champs too.
And CARICOM Masters.
Yeah. Be on tomorrow.
CARICOM Masters will be playing tomorrow. Yes, of course, they'll be coming up against Nickel Veterans. This game will be playing at 5 p.m.
Yes.
Of course, Central Beaufort, they are at home. They'll be coming up against the holy men of Prophet and Kings.
I like the way they describe him, the holy man,
Prophet
prophet
and
and
King.
king.
Nigeria, my friends, and no nonsense man in the middle of the
He's
whistle.
very serious with his whistle. Very battle 2-1-4. I don't know the rules of this tournament. Will I go straight into penalties or extra time, Chani? You have any idea what the rules of the quarterfinals?
Well, I'm supposing that it was supposed to go into extra time.
Okay. Well, let's wait and see. Hall trying to calm his team in control. Tune.
Good thing there by Hall.
Played across to the field. Lancers. Playing nice, keeping it.
Giving it
give
away also. Jerome
Yeah,
Sylvain.
give it away,
We'll try to
very
find
bad.
W. This is a very dangerous ball,
Yeah.
but a good header there again from the defense of Shane Maida.
Yeah, very good defensive game.
You should say 1-2 there between Isai and his compatriot there and Han. Put it there by one of the players of Soufriere. Isai is behind this one.
Size behind this one.
He's looking for Anthony Paul.
Yeah, but Isai is sure you want to play a quick break, but his player wasn't ready for that yet. So through in Lancers. Let's see the capitalize on it.
Lancers looking very poised at the back with
Yes.
the number 2 there.
To number 5 of Lancers. Number 5 trying to get a long ball across. But again, straight to the keeper for Soufriere. Long one down. Trying to get at the striker, but again, Lancers in control. Number 12 to his eye. His eye, yeah. Let's see who can keep the ball now. Again, Soufriere in defense, trying to keep it. It's a throw in now. So it's an infringement. Free kick for Soufriere. Very bad tackling by number 12 of Lancers. The Soufriere play in agony now.
Let's go. Ticket number 112590. 112590. If you're holding that ticket stuck in your hand, you are our lucky.
They realize that the majority of the substitutes for the team has come from the Lancers FC. Soufriere, in terms of the substitution roll has not used it effectively, but Lancers did that so effectively. Then Soufriere. Trying to pass it from behind, trying to build it up. Long ball. Soufriere. Good defending by Lancers. Lancers trying their best to keep it going. It's so difficult for them, but at least they get the opportunities, but wasn't able to score it. Throw in for Lancers. Hall. Throw in back to Hall. Hall heads up, looking to the dreadlocks again to number 9, lost it. Soufriere. Again, Soufriere lost that ball. The number 9, St. Lancers, down the flank, cross it to see if we could finish it for them. Again, a crucial time for Lancers, throwing that goal at a crucial time. Dying moments of the game in China. Again, I'm saying there's hope. You know that they won't pay for that. Should bury that kind of opportunity.
Other Boeing jet that's just living here don't know what's the destination. But
yeah, but you see.
I know it just left the airport.
Yeah, it's a nice iron bird, you know, gliding in there.
The iron bird.
Back to the game. Yeah.
The iron bird going to the concrete jungle.
Soufriere trying to get the number is it 10?
Yeah.
Because the Soufriere plays ball between he and Dabrio. Number 20 from Soufriere.
Yeah.
Throwing is Dabrio.
Double Edward.
Yeah. Dabrio, long kick in front, trying to get the striker. Let's see again. If Soufriere is going to capitalize on that. And again, wayward shooting from the Soufriere team. Wayward shooting, wayward goal from both teams, China.
Yes, of course, Misha. Now that I'm coming to the final conclusion in saying that the team who scores at this point in time, I think is going to win the game.
Yes. Dabrio.
Henry.
And coming up immediately after this football match, we have the Valley Legends versus VSAEC. It's one final action here at the Valley Master.
Lancers FC, number 7.
People Veterans versus Carry Cup Masters.
Back to the keeper. To number 21, Soufriere. Bad control and bad pass by the Soufriere.
Some very good touch on the ball there.
Yeah.
Oh, some good tackling in defense again. Resolute in defense. There's a number 17 there for Soufriere.
Looking for his man in the center of the field.
pass in there.
W. Henry turn, glance, good pass. Oh, yeah, right through. Too hasty, taking his time to run. The timing that run.
Throw into Leslie Shalvey for Lancers. Making some good use of this one there.
It's crucial time for both teams there, China.
Very crucial time. Ansgar Herman.
Again, losing that ball there, you know. Again, you can see Soufriere trying to build on it.
And again, some good passing there from Jerome Seville. He's finding his man. Augustus Lucien there. A little flick on there from Lucien. Most probably believe there was a man from there.
Yeah, nobody stayed flat-footed. Lancers trying to build that. And Lancers' confidence is building, you know, by the minute. Soufriere. Good pass. Let me see what's going to come. Good cross.
Oh, it's Jerome Seville again.
Good defense.
Looking to find the other.
Yes. And for Soufriere, dying stages of the game, very crucial. Very crucial. Set up, put it across.
Just wide up the left up right there from Seville.
Again, very crucial time for both teams. Tired legs, tired minds. So the team
we need a victory.
Yes, we need it. And we will have one. But it's who?
Very, very true indeed.
Good tune, right? Isai, trying to get to the dreadlocks. Good team again, Isai. Back to the dreadlocks. Bad passing again. Soufriere, in terms of the mobility at the front, has died out.
Yeah, some tired legs there. As you see, Seville is trying to dance around his man, and a very good crossing there.
Straight to the keeper.
Yes, of course. No problem there for Villain Edward. Gabriel Henry in control of the ball game for Soufriere. Looking to find his man on the far side. A lovely cross there. No one on the end of this one.
Not at all. Yeah, Lancers trying to build it to his eye. Control back to the Ras. Can lose. Let's lose that ball again, and
Soufriere in control. Still giving it away.
Yeah.
Is Lancers Soufriere maintaining possession of his ball. Control there, and a shot, snap shot taken there by the number 6 from Soufriere. Seeing the goalkeeper off his line, that's Villain Edward, he was off his line. And a snap shot was taken there. Just sailed over the transversal.
Confirmation just gave that if we give draw, we go to 10 minutes extra time, and then 10 minutes per half, and then a dreadful penalty. But let's see what was going to happen.
I just saw the presence of Terry Phillips there.
Well, what Terry, I mean, we were watching this game, you know, and Soufriere, Lancers have been very trying, vividly trying to build that attack, but somehow has been scoring in the opportunity just as Soufriere.
Yes, as the crowd is beginning to build up here at the Philip Marsley grounds, we know that we have a Boss Cartel halftime show with MC Donneville and a number of other fine entertainers, the Zega Boy, Selector, Prosper, and so on. But the entertainment on the field just beginning to dry up a little bit. Both teams getting very cagey. We spoke in the first half and towards the beginning of the second about the quality of these goalkeepers, and they have shown their quality. But in fact, in the last few minutes, this last little segment of the game, they haven't even had to show their quality. There hasn't been very much in it.
Not at all, and as you could see, scoring an opportunity again for Soufriere, trying to build the attack and probably just kind of frustrated now, not able to pass the ball properly to his player.
Well, early on in the piece, we saw Soufriere committing more men to the attack, and of late, that's changed. They've gone right back to what they did in the first half, which is trying to catch their opponents with quick through balls and making the run down the center, one or two men, Dabrio Henry, principally trying to make that run and catch the guys, catch the defense flat. And that's not been working, and they really haven't had a plan B. They started with plan B, bringing the men en masse, and then they reverted to what they had started the game with, which was to try that through ball and one man sprinting through to try to catch the defense flat, and it's clearly not working.
Yeah, it's not. But my observation, Terry, with the Lancers team in terms of the substitute, have done it very effectively. Soufriere, on the other hand, I don't know why. It's the number of players that they have on the bench. I'm seeing they have so many, but it's not done effectively like Lancers. For instance, Dabrio has been on the field from the time the game started. He's still there.
Yes, and if this goes into extra time, that is perhaps going to play a role. You will see some very, very tired legs here. So far, Soufriere's defense has been very stout. And so too, as Lancers, they've both been equal to the challenge. Some young veterans here, some guys who are barely legal. but the guys have been playing very, very well defensively. Regardless, when you get to that extra 10 minutes is when you are likely to see some slip-ups, because some, not just legs, but minds are going to be tired.
Yeah, because if your body is tired, for sure your mind will be. But it's not supposed to be, Terry. The mind controls the body. And players at that age, hence the reason why there is a roll in, roll off. And I think anytime you use it effectively, you use it on benefit for your team. And players should rest and come in again.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right regarding the difference between the two teams as far as they have used the roll-on, roll-off. Definitely the Lancers team, aside from one or two players, they've been very effective in just giving players a 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and allowing to have some fresher legs. And will it tell in the latter stages of the game? We are in the latter stages of the game. Will it tell? Will it tell in extra time? This could be the difference in the game.
It might. And what I realize now, his eye is on the field, and he has made a serious change in the play and the passing, because right now the ball is really around him. And despite of his mobility is not that quick, but he plays a serious role for them.
Well, former national player, of course, and very experienced, very knowledgeable. And what you want when you get to this age is that you want to be more intelligent with how you play. Because you're certainly not going to, even if you were a Usain Bolt type when you were 19, 20, that's not going to be the way you play now. So you start to look at angles, you start to look at how to pick out your players a little bit more effectively. You start to get to be more of a Riquelme type. As opposed to a Cristiano Ronaldo type. You start to think a little bit more about the game and become a little bit more cerebral. And we're seeing that here from Gilroy Hall. And you're right, he has really changed the way Lancers have approached the game. But again, they do have those players in reserve. And you can see that they still have players warming up, getting ready to come on, and getting ready to make an effect on the latter portion of the game.
Yeah, so right, and as you see that Lancers now trying the best to, in defense, trying to keep it, and in attack, trying to build the attack. They have squandered many opportunities in the second half of the game, both teams, but Lancers had the easiest of the opportunity.
Well, a poor goal kick there from Lancers. I don't think it was taken by Villan Edward. And Soufriere back in possession. Soufriere looking to mount an attack, but some very, very swift defensive work there by Lancers FC. Glenn Geese, in fact, beating the ball out of defense.
Well, again, Terry, you see now Lancers number 7 on the ball, trying to, on the far side, trying to get to the dreadlocks. But again, he controlled good. Turn, look, put it across, looking for number 12. Lancers very poised, taking the time in attack.
You can see the legs were getting a little bit heavy as the Soufriere legs, as we've been saying, they haven't been getting a whole lot of rest. Have Soufriere in this game. Some of the starting 11 have been here throughout the course of the game, and you can see the legs maybe just trying to get a little bit heavy defensively.
Good cross to Darby, so good finish it. Good defending by the Lancers defense and the keeper come not in the nick of time to get the ball away from Darby.
Yes, of course, and good defending also by Herman for Lancers FC.
And Herman, of course, also played he made the finals of the futsal competition, the corporate warfare futsal competition with St. James Club. Was rather devastated at the final because the teachers really gave them a whipping. St. James Club, but well done to St. James Club to make it to that stage, and he was really one of the bedrocks of that team.
Yeah, and everyone in the final was also going straight into the penalty. I'm sorry, in the extra time. And again, I'm saying the time next coming out, we will see what strategy ploy that both teams will use trying to get the winner.
Our first extra time came in this year's tournament. Will we see our first penalty kick? Will somebody be able to sort it out? This, of course, tournament is sponsored in part by Flo, Somersby, Dewars, as well as Mackerson. They all have specials at the bar. We will be seeing, following the conclusion of this game, the Boss Cartel show. I don't know if Chinese is part of that show. I know Chinese is a big entertainer in his own right. I know DJ Lovely is there. I think Selector Goldfinger is there. Chinese, what's your role going to be?
Well, as you know, I'm a right-hand singer in my own right side. I do MC. I'm a master of all trades and jackass of none, but I won't be performing tonight. As you know, our attention is back to the game, and it is evenly poised here between the two. I'm just hoping that Soufriere or Pro Lancers FC, either one who goes through, it will be satisfying to me because I know that my boys of Valley Legends is up to play next, and I know that they are Bishop boys also.
Well, these two teams playing for the right to meet the winner of the game between Central Bayport and Prophets and Kings in the semi-final. Prophets and Kings, again, like Flo Lancers FC, not one of the fancy teams. You'd have to say that going into the quarter-final round, that Central Bayport is favoured over them. But as we've seen here this evening, it's all on the night. Flo Lancers FC did not come into this one with well, I shouldn't say they didn't come in with very high hopes. They didn't come in highly fancied, certainly. And they have very much held their own against the much more heavily favoured team from Soufriere, the defending champions, in fact. And here they are, knocked at 1-1 after 90 minutes, and they will play a further 20 minutes. So it's free football, bonus football for the fans. And the crowd will really beginning to build up.
I find so, because when I came in here, there was only a few handful of people. Right now, a lot of people, there's a lot of people here in the stands. Going back to the game, Terry, the extra time, we have sharp 20 minutes for both teams. And the team who wants it more, the team who is really organized, hoping in defense and attack, will take it home. Soufriere, we want to relinquish the title, but Lancers has a point to prove. And so far, they have done it.
But it has to be said, though, gentlemen, that in addition to, we talked about the tired legs perhaps playing a role in extra time. Tired legs can also play a role in that penalty kick, because your technique disappears when your legs are not there, Chinese.
Yeah, very true. That is why we have the unlimited subs. You understand, to keep your players fresh, at times. have a lot of players.
They have available reserves,
Yeah.
but only one team has been really using their reserves on a consistent basis.
Yeah, very much. And that's the Flow Lancers.
Yeah.
And you see the likes of Gabriel is always on the field. Also Jerome Soufriere.
Soufriere is also, yeah.
And this could be the entire length if it comes to penalty shootouts.
Yeah, so a lot still to play for, but we're in a break here as we get ready for extra time in this competition, the first quarterfinal match for the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup. Flow Lancers FC 1 and Soufriere 1.
In knockout stages.
10 minutes, duration each half.
And I think it looks as though Flow Lancers FC have reverted to their starting 11 and in short bursts. I mean, you're just talking 2 10-minute halves. Again, we've spoken about it a lot. And this could be to their advantage. But of course, Soufriere does have the experience. Here they come again with that quick through ball, looking for that opening. And again, a little bit too much samey. They're not. There's not enough variation to the play for Soufriere, Mishak.
Yeah, not compared to how they started in the first half of the game to now. It's kind of regressed a bit. I don't know if they're able to pick up probably in the next 3 or 4 minutes of the extra time. Let's wait to see if this is going to happen. But Lancers, on the other hand, trying to claim the victory of that game. This is Soufriere Dabrio, turn, looking for his man. Soufriere still in control. Number 2 across. Soufriere now trying to dominate in terms of the passing of the few minutes in the extra time. Good attack by Soufriere, good build up, but good defending by the Lancers team.
Yeah, very good defending there from Lancers. And you see Anthony Paul is just whistling his way across the touchline there for a throw in to Soufriere.
Because
Tony Paul is still active in club football, certainly in Soufriere. Still very, very active. I think he was one of the leading scorers in the Soufriere domestic tournament, as well as having been one of the most consistent players in the Veterans tournament last year on the way to the title.
yes, he has been so for all the years, and at his age, playing competitive football in the district, in his area in Soufriere is very good for him and for the Soufriere team.
And I understand that Tony Paul of Radio St. Lucia encourages people not to call him Anthony Paul, but to call him Tony Paul. So normally you don't want, and a very dangerous situation. And again, Mishak, could it be that the failure to react there by the Soufriere players just down to the fact that they have been on the pitch for a very long time, and that they are just not ready? They're not as sharp as they would have been early on in the
The reaction time is very slow now.
That should have been 2-1 right there. And here comes Flow Lancers FC responding. And again, you're seeing some defending by Soufriere that is not up to snuff, not anything compared to what it was earlier in the game. The speed of reaction of the Soufriere players in terms of the defensive readiness is not close to what we were seeing in the first half.
Yeah, very right, Terry. Again, as we said, because of the way they use the substitution, Lancers, you will see some fresh legs in. Again, we see Lancers trying to build that attack. Across from Lancers,
Very good cross there by Leslie Charry.
yeah, not good at all. And as I've been saying, they have chances, the full chances. You need to put them away in a tournament like this. This is a knockout tournament. Wrong right now. This is a knockout.
Good cross, but not a good finish.
There you go. There you go.
But certainly looking like the aggressors right now, Flow Lancers FC, they're on top of the game. But even though you're on top of the game, if you don't produce the goods, then you are going to find yourself in more than a spot of bother.
Yeah, serious problems, Terry. And again, Lancers I don't think they'll be happy where they are. They played good. They're reaching so far in the tournament this year. But it'll be better if they could go through the other round of that tournament.
Yes, of course, it's a German subject for Soufriere, but he's well guarded by Ansgar Herman, the defender for Fluminense FC. He's giving this one away to Gabriel Henry, and Gabriel is trying to take on his man. Some very good defending again from Gist for Fluminense FC. Here comes Leslie. Leslie is playing a 1-2 there with his man, and that just playing out the game. Really pushing the ball there to Soufriere. Still gaining back possession is Fluminense FC with Anthony Paul. Anthony Paul was trying to swing this one across. The ball was aerial for a moment. W is giving chase. And the keeper and his man there from the back.
You spoke earlier about Mishak spoke about a few moments of madness from Villan, and that may have been one of them. Didn't cost them anything, fortunately.
For sure. For sure. I'm happy it didn't cost his team, any more problems.
Yeah, it's interesting what, in particular, just from a tactical standpoint, and if you've watched the entire tournament, it's very interesting what Lancers are doing with Kalagist in terms of having him press up the field when they are on the attack and play very deep play as part of the central defense when they are defending. And hey, he is pushing up into the midfield and pushing. He's been very much part of the attack, and that's not something that they started the competition doing. I think, in fact, early on in the tournament, Herman was not playing in the central defense, and they had, I think it was Hall, playing in central defense with Kala, and then Herman was coming on as a sub. Or was he playing wide? He was playing wide in defense. So he was playing one of the wide defensive roles, and so they've changed up the defense a little bit, and they've really locked things down.
Yeah, they did, and I realized they have Darby under lockdown now because he's been really marked out. Also, Darby has been pushed up front for Soufriere because the entire game is more playing in midfield role. Now he is like the lone striker there now.
Yeah, the tactics for Soufriere have basically been nullified by the way that Flo Lancers FC have set up. Their defensive back four, back five, because Kala very much part of that. Kala is on his birthday, and he's probably had his game of the tournament on his birthday. I don't think he's had a chance to celebrate just yet, and here they are with an attack, pushing forward. Oh, very well played. One man waits for support, and this looks dangerous, and unfortunately it is booted into touch Chinese. Wanted to share the name. But yeah, this is a case where, control, perhaps he felt that there was somebody riding it, but just as a control and try a shot.
Terry, one must be very poised within that area. You know the situation of the game, and you're clicking on it to finish. You just have to take his time, put down the ball, finish. Even if somebody in the back, a foul, penalty, whatever. But if Lancers lose the game, that's his fault now.
Yeah, well, it's not just his fault now because it's not the first chance that he's had. Yeah, I think this one was probably the one. But then again, you've had the chances on either end, but I think this is probably one of the better ones. He didn't allow it to develop into a full-blown chance because he just needed to calm it down, hold it, and then take the chance, but he didn't allow it to develop at all. But some good approach play, and again we saw just 3 attackers being able to befuddle 5 defenders from Soufriere. The Soufriere men really looking out of ideas, bereft of ideas at both ends of the field.
Let me just make an observation. The two teams supposed to play. I just realized the Valley Legends warm up and they sit. VSADC, keep at it. Keep at it. It's true the game is poised. Keep at it. And they kind of given that area was so cold. You need to be warm all the time. You need to be warm all the time.
This is the half of the first period of extra time. We switch over one time to the second period of extra time. And if it remains that way, one strict penalty shootout. We're asking the five guys to stand by. The first five brothers on the field. We're going to crossbar challenge right after the first game. Before we bring on the artists to fit. Because we have lots of artists in the house, and I say lots, I mean a lot. We get set for the second period of extra time, second half of extra time. 10 minutes as we look for a winner in this first quarterfinal game. Veterans in Sports A.
We're back here in the second half of extra time between the defending champs of the main trophy, Soufriere, decked in the gold and black, coming up against the Flow Lancers FC. And I must say Flow Lancers FC putting up a fight here. Some good control in there by Shane Maida. And he's trying to find his man, that's Jonathan John. Jonathan John is trying to pipe this one. A goal was there, causing no problems for Osbert Seville. W. Henry was brought down to ground by Glenn Giste. Free kick there to Soufriere.
Very crucial time, China now. Seeing Lancers. Oh, there we go. See Soufriere trying to capitalize, and it's a corner kick now for Soufriere. Some tired legs now for Lancers, number 6.
Yeah, that's Ansgar Roman, the defender there, remaining on the ground.
This is just called for a substitution for him.
He needs some nursing. With the length of this game, Misha. Supposing that even the subs who roll on, roll off has a right to be tired.
Yes, yeah, they are. Yeah, a very, very much intense game too for both teams.
No one is trying to let go for either or, and at this stage there, that's the second half of extra time, and the defending champs trying to hold on to their title.
Yeah, they're trying their best to. corner kick.
That will be taken away by the number 6.
Soufriere
Soufriere.
standing behind the ball. There you go, kicks it. Trying to get his man. Again, it's a good coming out by the keeper for Lancers. The ball just went right across. Nobody able to finish it. It's even the points here. 1-1. Extra time, second half of the extra time.
First match going into extra time.
Yeah. And if it continues, so first match will be going to the penalty shootout. The dreadful lottery draw. Let's see who is going to avoid this. Lancers throw in to Hall. Hall back to his player. Again. Soufriere. Trying to keep possession. Lancers win it. Soufriere again. Number 6 it is. Soufriere. Keeping possession of the ball. Again Soufriere to number 6. Again. Some bad decision by the number 6. Powerful shot going across goal. Yeah, it's best to go to goal, Chinese. Look for the shot for goal instead of just hitting the ball vividly across the goal.
He needed to put the outside of his foot on this one. Most probably you have that.
Yeah,
back.
very poor technique.
Yeah, because the wind is blowing in all directions. So had he executed with his outside of his foot, most probably the wind would have helped him.
Yeah. Again, Soufriere trying to mount up the pressure. Again, some wayward kicking by Jerome Seville.
We have a man like was scoring goal. We have to walk with a set number, we have sent. I'll send. We have show up until show up.
Yeah, tune. Again, some awful shooting again from the Soufriere lads. Ibra, not good at all. Very, very not good at all. Not good.
Clean contact whatsoever.
Lancers still Soufriere in possession. Trying to keep that pressure there. Lancers trying to build attack, taking the time. I think both teams are making some sloppy passes now. And that's expected too in that time of the game.
There comes in the tire length.
You look at the game sometimes and you look at the momentum, and really the momentum has all dried up in this one. For Flo Lancers FC, I think the fact that they didn't take those chances in the first half of extra time, oh my goodness, a fine free kick there, Chinese, but well done. It was not that difficult to deal with, but it was well struck. But like I was saying, the fact that Flo Lancers FC did not take their chances in the first half of the extra period, guys, is going to be telling. And I think that really this one is going to peter out into our first penalty shootout of 2016-2017.
Yeah, it's a dreadful one. I call it a lottery. The penalty shootout. Anything could happen in that stage of the game. The penalty shootout. We see W looking, poised, pass it to on the flank. Soufriere trying to build it, running down the line. Good turn. Jerome Seville. Go see Barboy in the box again. Some wayward shooting for Barboy. He still had enough time. Could still carry the ball at least for a few more seconds before even taking that shot. But Anybody games now, Chinese?
It's Tony Paul there, aka Slow Paul. Again, trying to wrap his foot around this one and just shooting it wide. They've had their chance.
With about 3 minutes left to go in this game,
Yeah. And in the second half of the extra time, you see Soufriere doubling it. Okay, let me see what's going to happen now. Good again by the keeper. Good coming out by the keeper, trying to cover the ball, and he knows, very experienced keeper, trying to kill time. Taking his time. There's only a few more minutes left. Sending that ball down. We see Chinese Lancers for the second half of the extra time haven't been in the attacking third of Soufriere. So now they're trying to get there. Hall, inside, turn, passes to number 12. Looking for his man, put it across. Dreadlock across, number 19. Again, good defending by Soufriere. Chinese.
Everyone's going back into the defense of Soufriere.
That number 19 looking big on your back.
See Lancers trying to build on the attack now.
You can tell these guys are better MC than a football player. Look, he's actually number 19.
Good.
By
Yes.
Soufriere. Abra was wrong-footed there.
Yes.
From a lovely pass from Dovelet.
See Lancers trying to push it. You see inside control, inside looking for the long ball. Get his number 12. Bad control for number 12. Inside, his whole body language could see disappointed in the way the player tried to control that ball.
Yeah, his body was not behind the ball.
Yeah.
Isai has every right to be furious about it.
Soufriere now trying to push that ball down for the time. See if they could get that desired goal again. Soufriere. Maybe there's less attack from them. Across to W. Good keeping again from Villan.
W head was bound to this one.
Yeah, good keeping again from Villan.
Villan just took this one off the head of W.
So he's just, killing time now, knowing it is the crucial moment. Maybe here he might make the crucial save for his team.
He can do it if he's injured.
He's not. He is not.
It looks like we are going to go to a penalty shootout.
Very much so, Chinese.
Yeah, it looks to me we're heading into
Poised to do the penalty shootout. What's an awful way for the champion team to leave that tournament? And let's hope it's not so.
Well, we're keeping our fingers crossed. I'm seeing that Nigel Maffrey, the referee, is watching this.
There you go, the game.
This one. And our first extra time of the game going into penalty shootouts for 2016-2017. That of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup Veterans Football for 2017 at the Flip Master Ground. Jump coming up against Flow Lancers FC. Jump defending the title, main champion. And of course, Flow Lancers is in for a chance tonight.
They wasn't the favorite of the tournament. They wasn't the favorite neither coming into this game, but they made a statement, join with the going ahead against the defending champion. The defending champion had to score, come back and draw this game. Going to extra time now into the penalty shootout. Lancers has a chance now to go through. The defending champion, but Lancers were not the favorite. I think they have their heads up high, and they for sure we're looking forward to take this game away from the defending champion.
Yes, of course. We're just waiting for the officials to conclude everything, and we'll be seeing some penalty shootouts there between the two.
Who's going to start the ticket?
Penalty shootout in the first quarterfinal of the Legends in Sports 8 versus Lancers Flow FC versus Soufriere United.
Let's see, Jenny, who will draw the first blood in the penalty shootout. Very dreadful one, very crucial one for both teams. So right now, both teams has an equal opportunity to go forward.
Yes, of course.
In the next round of the tournament.
Very true indeed, Mishak. Flow Lancers FC has a chance against the champs here tonight. They've played very good against the champs. I must say, if they go through, hats out to them. They've played some very good football here tonight, like I said. And if they win it, they deserve it.
Yes. They really for sure they deserve it. So we'll see. So right now, you see Soufriere really taking the field for the penalties. Lancers still trying to organize themselves for the penalties. So you see Nigel, the referee, is calling for Lancers to come in the center of the field so the penalties will be taken and finish up with.
We have the crossbar challenge. You get one attempt to hit that crossbar from behind the 18-yarder. You can toss up the ball how you want to kick it. You can put it down and kick it. Make sure you knock the crossbar. And the crossbar, say crossbar. Body like hit the pole, crossbar my door. That being said, yes, it's all about the penalty shootout. Look what's happening. Villain Edward is the goalkeeper for Lancers. He's taking his place. Meantime, W. Henry, prolific scorer.
Let's see what's going to happen. It's W now.
Let's see what's up.
W go versus Villain from Lancers.
So wait, we're good. I said what this is for tonight. There you go. Let's go to Lancers. All right, so let's go. No. Don't listen. Yeah, it's to be clear.
CW standing behind the ball, Villain in the upright. Referee with the ball, first penalty, and good goal for Soufriere.
Up next we have Guns, number 10 for Lancers, making his way to the spot. Prolific goal scorer, number 2. I see you guys into a penalty already.
And just very good goal score. He scored the go-ahead goal for Lancers, put them ahead. Let's see if he could keep Lancers in the game right now.
And Lancers of second.
Yeah. Springer getting behind his ball. Yes. Yeah, saw it all the way, but couldn't pick it up. The mere fact that it's at the back, of the net.
One
see what's going to happen. Soufriere trying to take the lead. 1-1. Second penalty for Soufriere. And again, you see Soufriere has gone 2-1. So let's see. Lancers, good. Edwards, good. Good. Make the equalizer for Soufriere. Get him at the back of the ball. See what they could do. Again. Good goal. Yes. Very intense now. You know. 2 apiece. It looks so. But it's still early in the game. We still have a few more hits, you know. So let's see. Baboy, it is. Tony Ball. Ibra, sorry. Yeah. Let's see if he could put Soufriere, go ahead again. Right now it's boys 2-all. Ibra standing behind the ball. There he go again. And again, good goal again. You know, 3 good goals from the Soufriere lads. Yeah, so pressure on Lancers now. Number 2. Yes. So he need to score.
Just drafted for Lancers in this competition. When they say drafted.
Oh, Bascon. I know this guy. This guy. Why is he doing some work with the is it South Castle's team? He used to be around, you know, training with the team. And again, yes, yeah. It's not over yet for Lancers. Velan, the keeper, now Velan has to try to keep his team back into this by saving that penalty. It's do or die now. So let's see if Velan will force an error or make the save, you know, to keep his team back in that game. And if he does that, it's very interesting. Soufriere trying to take the lead, keep the lead, maintain the lead, and he has done that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. If this is the fourth one for Lancers or the fifth one? You have to score to keep Lancers back. Yeah, you have to score to keep his team. If he throws Soufriere, that's going for. So Soufriere has 1 foot in the semi-finals of this tournament there. And there we go now. Soufriere. Yeah. Soufriere has won the game. Soufriere has gone through the semi-finals. Hard-fought game. Lancers did very well in that game, Chinese. Yeah, very, very well in that game. Very, very well in that game.
Crossbar challenge. All the guys have to do is to hit the crossbar.
That's what the champions are made of. You take the pressure, you soak it up, and when the time comes, the penalty shootout, they just keep it. And they have now the first team into the semis, you know, of this tournament. Kudos to them. Kudos also to Lancers. Lancers played well. Lancers now show us the weakness and the weak link of Soufriere. You understand? So Soufriere was exposed to it by the Lancers team. Good effort, very good going by both teams. But hard luck to the Lancers team. Soufriere now in the semi-final of this tournament. Yeah, coming up next.